Good afternoon and welcome to the Mesa City Council meeting for the afternoon of October the 4th of 2021. I will note that all of our council are present. Council chambers are open to the public again, and we will take comments in person. Also, you can provide comments telephonically or electronically. You can find multiple ways to participate on the first page of the agenda for this meeting. We'll begin our meeting this afternoon with a moment of silence followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have two items on our first agenda, the awards and recognitions tonight. The first is to proclaim this month, October 2021, as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. During this month, we reaffirm our dedication to building a community where no one suffers the hurt and hardship that domestic violence causes, and recommit to uphold the basic human right to be free from violence and abuse. Here tonight to share more about Domestic Violence Awareness Month is Assistant City Prosecutor Stacy Good. Stacy?
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Domestic violence is definitely prevalent in our community. We have a lot of victims in our community who are in need of services, and dedicating this month specifically to the victims in our community and letting them know that our city cares and we are there to provide resources for them, and we have other means of help for them is important to the victims of our community. That's another reason why the Mesa Prosecutor's Office is co-hosting the Domestic Violence Awareness event with the Mesa Police Department. That will take place on October 26th at Pioneer Park. It'll be a live event at 5:30 p.m. That event will also have 18 different nonprofit organizations that will be there to provide information and support and resources to the victims of our community and to other members who attend that event. So we hope to see all of you there and present with us. Really dedicating time and the Domestic Violence Awareness Month to the victims of domestic violence crimes in our community. So on behalf of the City Attorney's Department and the Victim Services Unit, I just want to say thank you for dedicating this month as Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
Well, thank you very much, Stacy. Thank you for all the good work that happens in our city courts and our city prosecutors. I was pleased earlier this week, or last week, I guess it was, there was a MAG event talking about the topic and asking that we bring particular awareness to abuse that is experienced by senior citizens in our community. Oftentimes they're in domestic situations, and that's another area of this general topic that we need to just add some heightened attention to. But again, we appreciate all the good work that goes on in our city courts and our city prosecutor's office. Council, I'd like to join you, invite you to join me up front, and we'll present this proclamation to Stacy and take a photograph commemorating the proclamation.
Aren't you?
That's good. That's good.
Oh, thank you, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. I actually have to give this to somebody else.
Oh, that's fine. I brought my copy just in case.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you, Councilmember.
Thank you. We have a second item on our awards and recognitions agenda as well. This is to recognize Channel 11, who recently won a Golden Telly Award for their mini documentary titled Mesa Cares: A Year in Review. The documentary tells stories of the pandemic and the City of Mesa's response. The Telly Awards showcase the best work created for video and television content across all screens. Here tonight to share more about the documentary is Deputy Communications Director Glenn Stevens. Glenn, congratulations, well deserved.
Thank you, Mayor. I brought the award, if anybody, so you guys can see it. So in 2020, when COVID started kicking off and things started getting crazy, we realized that we should probably document everything that was going on, especially when the city received the CARES dollars and started doing some really impressive work in the community, just taking care of residents. And so from day one, we were out with our cameras at all the events, all of the food drop-offs, the feeding Mesa, everything, just documenting, not knowing exactly what we were gonna use it for, but knowing it was gonna be important. And as the year went on, we turned out little packages and put stories out as it was happening. But at the end of the year, Mr. Brady said, we need to do something that kind of encapsulates the whole thing and tell the story of what Mesa did, the impact that it had on the residents. And so it's kind of Mr. Brady's first executive producer role award. He was very passionate about it and kind of steered the message that he wanted told and really wanted it focused on, you know, the impact that it had on the residents. So we worked for a few months. Lily kind of led the charge of kind of writing scripts and trying to condense thousands of hours of footage down into something that was digestible. And we ended up with a 16-minute mini documentary. And it's been on Channel 11 for a number of months now. You can watch it on YouTube, but we submitted it for a Telly and we won the award. So we have a 2-minute clip of it so we can kind of just show everybody what a sample of what it looked like. The guys in the back can run it, and then if you afterwards, please watch it on YouTube. Channel 11's running it. It's actually really good content about some good stuff Mesa did.
Great.
So they should roll that.
An unbelievable sight, thousands of people waiting for their turn to get food. Here's some footage from our Lions Roofing news chopper showing cars snaking through a crowded parking lot at the Mesa Convention Center.
So you've gone to the Mesa Convention Center
Yes,
one?
yes.
How often have you done that one?
Lately, every week.
Every week?
Yeah, the last 3 weeks I've been going.
So if somebody shows up at the food bank and presents themselves as hungry, we're going to serve them. We're going to make sure they go away with something. We don't want people to go away hungry.
The only way we could do this is in partnership with these nonprofits and United Food Bank in particular for these food distribution programs. They're an incredible organization serving an incredible need in this community, and we consider it an honor and a privilege as city employees and a city to partner with them in providing this service to the community.
Well, it has put a pretty big damper on, the lifestyle that we're used to. So, and with the organizations helping out, it has been really a good ordeal.
The community has wrapped around us to turn our services outward. And so I am just so thankful to live in this generous community that we do.
I appreciate that City of Mesa has taken up this initiative to launch the Mesa Care program. It's very, very important during this pandemic. We need to be able to support our residents, and this is our city's efforts in trying to provide support, relief, and security to many of these individuals that are currently suffering as a result of the pandemic.
I think that COVID-19 has highlighted or amplified the opportunity to give service to others, and I think we should be doing this all the time. We just need to give to others, and this is an opportunity for us to do it with our food drives in the city of Mesa.
So that's a 2-minute clip. The whole thing's about 16 minutes long.
Well, that was great. It's easy to forget the way the challenges that we were dealing with just a few months ago, and it would really, I'm proud of the way that our organization rose to the challenge, and I'm really glad that it was documented as well. So it's a compelling story, and appreciate the fact that you were able to get it recorded. Mr. Luna.
Thank you, Mayor. Congratulations. I
Thank
know
you.
Tellys are difficult to get, but your work is exemplary. Your staff does an amazing job. Thank you for working for the City of Mesa. Thank you for your hard work. And it's a very proud moment for the City of Mesa and what you do. So thank you, Glenn.
Thank you very much.
Amen.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Next item on our agenda is the consent agenda. We'll invite Mr. Christopher forward to read the consent agenda.
Mayor and council members, these are the items on the consent agenda. All items listed with an asterisk will be considered as a group by the City Council and will be enacted with one motion. There will be no separate discussion unless a council member or citizen requests, in which event the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered as a separate item. Item 2, approval of minutes of previous meetings is written. Item 3A, act on liquor license application for St. Timothy Catholic Church, one-day event October 23rd, 2520 South Alma School Road. Item 3B, act on liquor license application for Ultimate Imaginations Incorporated, two-day event October 29th and October 30th, 218 West Main Street. Item 3C, act on liquor license application for Wings of Flight Foundation, one-day event November 13th, Falcon Field Airport, 4626 East Fighter Acres Drive. Item 3, Fighter Aces Drive. Item 3D, act on liquor license application for Lost Ones Found, one-day event October 16th, 1130 West Grove Avenue. Item 3E, act on liquor license application for Perla Negra Mexican Seafood, 118 East McKellips Road. Item 4A, act on 3-year term contract with 2 years of renewal options for armored car services for various city departments. Item 4B, act on 1-year term contract with 2 years of renewal options for remote firing initiator device kits for the Mesa Police Department. Part of the initial purchase is grant funded by the Arizona Department of Homeland Security. Item 4C, act to ratify emergency purchase of ammunition for the Mesa Police Department. Item 4D, act on contract to purchase replacement seating for the Mesa Arts Center. Item 4E, act on contract for Warner Road Life Station Project, guaranteed maximum price. This project is funded by the 2014 authorized water bonds, 2014 wastewater bonds, and 2014 gas bonds. Item 5A, act on resolution modifying fees and charges for the Mesa Fire Medical Department to add a fire inspection fee for mobile food trucks related to the new requirement in the recently approved Mobile Food Vendor Code. Item 5B, act on resolution approving and authorizing the city manager to enter into a project agreement with Maricopa Association of Governments for an arterial life cycle program project on Elliott Road between Sossman Road and Ellsworth Road. Item 5C, act on resolution approving and authorizing the city manager to enter into a project agreement with Maricopa Association of Governments for an arterial life cycle program project on Sossman Road between Ray Road and Warner Road. Item 5D, act on resolution approving and authorizing the city manager to enter into a 5-year intergovernmental agreement with the town of Queen Creek to provide dispatch services by the Mesa Police Department and payment to Mesa for equipment and staff cost. Item 6A, act on resolution approving and authorizing the city manager to enter into an intergovernmental agreement with the Phoenix Mesa Gateway Airport Authority related to the design, construction, and maintenance of infrastructure in and around the intersection of Ellsworth and Williams Field Roads. Item 6B, act on resolution authorizing the city manager to execute an individual job order for the signalization, widening, and improvement of the intersection of Ellsworth and Williams Field Roads. Item 7A, introduction of ordinance regarding ZON 21-00397 for property generally located south of Southern Avenue and east of Power Road. Rezone with a planned area development overlay, council use permit, and site plan review to allow for a multiple residence development. Item 7B, introduction of ordinance regarding ZON 21-00543, located west of the Sossman Road alignment and south of the Warner Road alignment. Rezone and site plan review to allow for development of an industrial business park. Item 7C, introduction of ordinance amending sections 10-4-3 and 10-4-5 of the Mesa City Code to modify the speed limit from 45 miles per hour to 35 miles per hour on Guadalupe Road and just east of Signal Butte Road to the east city limits, as recommended by the Transportation Advisory Board. Item 8A, act on ordinance regarding ZON 21-00164, located at the northwest corner of Adobe and Recker. Rezone with a planned area development overlay and site plan review to allow for multiple residence development. Item 9A, act on subdivision plat for Mariposa Estates Unit 2 for property generally located north of Brown Road and east of Alvista Drive. Item 9B, act on subdivision plat for Heritage Grove for property generally located north of Brown Road and east of Alvista Drive. And item 10A, act on adoption of notice of intention to adjust utility rates and setting December 8th, 2021 as the date of the public hearing. Mayor and council members, these are the items on the consent agenda.
Thank you, Mr. Christopher. Ms. Mickelson, have we had any requests to speak on an item on the consent agenda?
Mayor, we have one item, item 7C. Dennis Stransky asked that his comments be read aloud, but he did not want the item removed from the consent agenda. He states that as a resident of Sunland Springs Village, I am requesting your support for reducing the speed limit on Guadalupe Road from 45 miles per hour to 35 miles per hour between Signal Butte Road and the east city limits. This section of Guadalupe Road dead ends at the east edge of Sunland Springs Village and is entirely interior to Sunland Springs Village. It is an active adult community with numerous pedestrians, bicycles, and golf carts cross Guadalupe Road daily to access residences and recreation facilities within the community. This reduction in the speed limit would greatly increase safety in the community. Thank you. Those are all the comments.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Mickelson. So he's actually speaking in favor of the item on the consent agenda. We probably should add to the consent agenda a resolution congratulating you on your birthday as well, Ms. Mickelson. So happy birthday. Thank you. All right, I see we have a motion made by Mr. Luna, seconded by Mr. Thompson. Please vote. Thank you. The vote is unanimous in favor of the consent agenda. Next item on our agenda is items from citizens present. Ms. Mickelson, do we have any requests to speak on this item?
No request, Mayor.
All right, thank you. That concludes our agenda for this meeting. Is there a motion to adjourn? Thank you, Ms. Pillsbury and Mr. Freeman. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Thank you. We are adjourned.